So here's the box pack of the newly launched Nexdigitron ACE 3, and straight up it indicates that this shoots a 2.5K Quad HD resolution, has a 2.89 inch screen, gets fast Wi-Fi, gets 24-hour parking mode via external hardware kit, gets an inbuilt GPS, and also supports GaadiCam app. So first up you get this info card wherein you get a QR code to download the GaadiCam app, and they've also provided some important instructions which are crucial for you to read before you actually start using the camera. That being said, you also get an indication of the optional accessories which you can buy, such as the CPL filter, the OBD2 hardware kit, and the regular fuse tab based hardware kit. So this camera has basically a 4 megapixel sensor, gets a high silicon dual core processor, shoots 1440p front and a full HD 1080p rear, gets 140-degree field of view f1.8 aperture, gets a built-in 3-axis gyro and emergency video lock along with a 256GB memory card support. And here's the main front camera, the Nexdigitron ACE 3. A very unique design from Nexdigitron, a total departure from all of their previous designs and models. Has this Nexdigitron logo, probably this is a speaker, and this lens module is nicely elevated with this tapering feature right here. So the lens module itself is not movable, but the windshield mount is tiltable, so you can adjust the angle of the camera using the windshield mount. So at the back you get this close to 3-inch screen, and on one side you get type C port for power, you get a AV port for the rear camera and a memory card slot. At the bottom you have this power button along with ventilation holes. And one more thing to note is that the windshield mount is detachable, so that's a good thing because you can remove the camera from the windshield of your car anytime which you want, and you can just plug it back on again and it's gonna stick back into its place. So here's the rear camera, and this too has a very different design compared to most other Nexdigitron models, and this kind of has a central cylindrical design with a rotatable windshield mount, and the windshield mount is also quite big. Now most rear cameras do get a small windshield mount sticker. This one's quite big, and that is a good thing because it's going to help the camera stay in place without any disturbance. So the camera itself is rotatable 360 degrees, so you can technically turn it towards the cabin of the car as well. And the lens module is also looking quite big. So both front and the rear cameras are pretty much uniquely designed and have a very balanced and aesthetic look. The lens module is kind of looking pretty much similar from both front and the rear. So a very neat and elegant design of the Nexdigitron ACE 3, coming in around the price bracket of 5 to 6,000 rupees. And here's a newly designed 12-volt car charger with the Nexdigitron branding, and this gets two dedicated USB ports. So here's the rear camera cable with the AV connector at one end and a 4-pin connector which plugs in into the rear camera. The front camera power cable gets a straight USB-A connector which plugs in into the 12-volt charger, and another straight Type-C connector which plugs in into the main front camera. And lastly, in the box you also get a wiring installation tool. So just to give you a quick overview of the accessories, so this is the CPL filter for the Nexdigitron ACE 3, and within the box you get this CPL filter box, you get a dry and a wet wipe, and a user guide on how to install the CPL filter. And within the main CPL filter box you get this Nexdigitron branded CPL filter which gets a arrow mark right here on top, so you need to align this arrow towards the top of the lens in the camera. You also get serrated edges right inside, so this is going to help the CPL filter stay in place. Additionally, you also get this OBD2 parking kit or a hardware kit, and within the box you get a user manual and a QR code on how you can install this OBD2 kit and how you can start using this in the car. You get a spare 3M sticker which you can stick it to this power module and basically stick this to any part of the car. So you get this Nexdigitron OBD2 kit wherein you have these switches right here on top. So you have to set the configuration of these switches as provided below in this picture, based on which you can set the cutoff voltage and the time duration setting. So this is the main OBD2 port, and at the other end you get this straight Type-C connector. Lastly, you also get this fuse tab based hardware kit, and within this fuse tab based hardware kit you get this regular hardwiring cable wherein you get this straight Type-C connector at one end. At the other end you get the ACC, VCC and the grounding wires. You also get this control module which also gets dedicated switches, so you can adjust the configuration of these switches to set the voltage, cutoff voltage and the time duration. And on top of it, you also get these additional fuse tabs, so you can select the particular fuse tab which is compatible with your car, the ACC and the VCC fuse tabs, and you can start using this regular fuse tab based hardware kit. Alright, so here's the Nexdigitron ACE 3 currently mounted on my windshield, and you get this nice looking 3-inch display, gives you a wide screen view of the different camera views. So currently the front camera is streaming, and if you do press the button at the bottom, it switches to the rear camera view. And if you press the button again, it gives you the QR code and gives you the Wi-Fi name and password, and then switches back to the main front screen. So in order to access the settings of the camera, there are no buttons right here, but they do provide you a recording indicator, date and time display, a GPS speed display, Wi-Fi display, memory card, audio status display, recording or not recording, and SD card display. So let's quickly jump on and connect this camera to the GaadiCam app and show you the on-screen settings for this particular camera. So now the Dashcam is successfully connected via app. So we can switch the view right now. You can even like switch between the front camera view and the rear camera view within the GaadiCam app. So now it's switched to the rear cam view. Shifting back to the front cam view, you can do that easily. Heading into the settings of the GaadiCam app for the Nexdigitron ACE 3. First up, you have the sound recording option, basically the mic option. You can enable or disable that. Then you have the speaker volume option. You can set it to mute or low, medium or high. Then you have the video resolution option. So this is important. You have a native 2.5K 1440p Quad HD resolution for the front and a 1080p for the rear, or you can also select an upscaled 4K resolution for the front and 1080p for the rear. Loop recording duration, you have like 1 minute, 3 minutes and 5 minutes. Then you have the collision sensing, where you can set the sensitivity of the G sensor to low, medium or high, or you can turn it off. Then you have the screen options. You can set the screen to be on always. You can set the screen to turn off after 1 minute, or you can make the screen to show the date and time after 1 minute. Then you have the speed unit, kilometers or miles per hour. Then you have parking monitoring, within which you have the collision detection and parking time lapse duration. Lastly, you have the Wi-Fi password, firmware version, format, memory card and factory reset. So a simple and easy to understand on-screen settings for the Nexdigitron ACE 3 within the GaadiCam app. Taking a look at the number plate readability during daytime from the front camera, you can see these two cars right in front, about a distance of 15 to 20 feet away. And if we zoom in to take a look, now the car nearest to me, the Elantra, the number plate looks much more cleaner, much more better readable. But the other car, which is a Skoda, which is slightly further away, also has a very good number plate readability. Slightly blurred out maybe, but each letter and number is clearly visible. So both cars within that particular distance range, you will be able to read number plates. Taking a look at the rear camera, so this Toyota Innova was just crossing my car in the opposite direction, and within a very close range, if you zoom in to take a look, a crystal clear read. So you can expect a good number plate read from this camera during daytime at a distance of 10 to 15 feet, and this is definitely which will work in your favor during daytime conditions. Moving on to the overall video quality, the front camera shoots a native 1440p Quad HD resolution at close to 20,000 kbps of bitrate. The frame rate hasn't been mentioned in the metadata. The file size is about 141 MB per minute, and this overall video has a very soft tone to it, slightly warmer side, but good level of contrast and good level of highlights and shadows. The video is not like too bright and in your face. The saturation part also looks pretty much balanced. In terms of resolution, as said, this is Quad HD, so the camera is kind of doing justice to the price point this trends at, along with the fact that this gets a close to 140-degree field of view, also is able to cover a good area in front of the car, giving you a proper coverage in front of the car. Moving on to the nighttime quality, it does tend to catch some level of glare from the headlights, and overall the video does look much more darker in the dark areas, and the well illuminated areas are like properly visible. Not much noise or blurriness in the video, although sharpness might be improved upon a bit more. The saturation levels do look decent and more than enough for a 5 to 6,000 price bracket camera. Taking a look at the rear camera during daytime, now this has a more high exposed look when you like actually compare it to the front camera sample. Saturation looks decent, contrast levels are lesser, but again as shown previously, the number plate readability is good at a very close range. So in terms of capturing evidence, in terms of capturing the activity behind the car, and considering the fact that this is a close to 5,000 rupee budget camera, you cannot be expecting anything more than this. Both front and the rear cameras are kind of doing justice to the price point they trend at. Taking a look at the rear during night time, so this too catches some level of glare from the headlights that are focused towards the lens, but that's kind of expected, nothing wrong in that. But in terms of contrast levels, actually this is looking good. Exposure and contrast levels do look more or less balanced, and sharpness levels are also quite decent. What more can you expect from a 5000 price bracket camera which also offers you a rear cam? This is simply a bonus for you. So considering all of the features this camera offers, the fact that this gets you a quad HD resolution from the front, gets you a rear camera, gets you a close to 3-inch display, and on top of it gets you a inbuilt GPS, all this coming under the price bracket of 5 to 6,000 rupees. And in the ongoing Amazon sale you can grab it at probably a much lesser price. And if most of your driving involves during daytime, I think the Nexdigitron ACE 3 is a definite blind choice. So if you are interested in grabbing this camera, the purchase link is given right down below in the description. This would be the best chance to grab this camera with some additional credit card discount. That being said, if you do have any doubts or queries regarding this camera, just write that down in the comments. I'll try to clear them up as soon as possible. And if this video has helped you out in one or the other way, go ahead, hit that subscribe button of my channel right now, smash that like button, and share this video with all your friends who are looking for a budget dual channel dash cam by Nexdigitron. See you in the next one.